Some exciting new functions are coming our way in Excel 365. We're just going to cover 3 of them in this video, and that will be text split, text before, and text after. All right, so let's get started. We're going to start with text before. It's a great function if you just want to grab the beginning of a cell. As always, start a formula with an equal sign, then text before, open paren. I'm going to start with A2, comma, to move to the next part of the formula. And we have the delimiter. What do you want to tell this formula to pull text up until you reach a specific character? In this case, we're going to go with a comma. So we're going to enclose the comma with quotation marks. And then comma to move to the next part of the formula. Instance num. Where do you want it to start looking for this comma? In this case, we're going to say 1, which means the first time it comes across the comma. What's pretty nice about this formula, you can put in 2, and what it will do, it will pull in everything up until the second time it reaches a comma, which can be useful. We'll look at that more closely in a little bit. Okay, comma. Case sensitive or case insensitive? We'll say case insensitive. Close paren. Okay, so here we have, it pulled everything up to the first comma. So Medina, let's say if you wanted their last names, then here they are. All right, so let's look at a different way to use text before. Equal sign, text before, open paren, A2, comma, delimiter. We're going to enclose a single space in quotes, and comma, instance num. Let's say we wanted to pull everything up until the first space on the far right side. You would do that by entering -1. So instead of looking for the first space moving from left to right, it's going to look for a space moving from right to left. If I put -2, then it would grab the second space it comes across moving right to left. And then comma, and then true for case insensitive. So you see here it pulled Medina, Alicia, period, because the first space moving from right to left was right after or right before Maria. Then you double click, of course, again. Now let's take a look at text after. As you can imagine, it's very similar to text before. You're just going to grab text after the delimiter. So let's go ahead, text after, open paren, A2, comma, the delimiter. We will use a period. No, let's just use the comma. And then space, close quotes, instance, we'll just say 1, comma, true, and there we have Alicia Maria. So it's ignoring comma space and grabbing everything afterwards. So if you wanted just the first names, let's say, there you would have it. We're going to go over text split. This one is pretty interesting. So again, equal sign, text split, open paren, A2, comma. Now the column delimiter. Which delimiter in column A do you want to split it by? In this case, again, we'll just choose comma, then close. Then row delimiter. This is if you want to, I guess, transpose it. So if you want to, let's say, split by comma, it will then put Medina in one cell and then Alicia Maria in the cell below it. But we'll go over that in a moment. So we're just going to insert a comma to skip it. So ignore empty cells, sure, true. And then close paren. So here we have Medina split by comma. Now you'll notice here the text, the formula is gray because it's not really there. Like if I copy this and then paste it down here, we get nothing. So if you want to copy and paste just values because you don't want it to be a formula anymore, make sure you select both cells and then comma, then copy, and then paste values. And now we have just straight text. All right, but back to TextSplit. Let's say you wanted to transpose this name. So we enter equal sign, TextSplit, open paren. We'll grab this one, then comma. We're going to skip the column delimiter. Now the row delimiter, we're going to use comma, so we're going to enclose it in quotes. Comma, sure, ignore, empty cells, close paren. So then here you go. That's pretty clever. That's a pretty clever use of the TextSplit in case you need to do this. Now, if you wanted to, you can also split it with multiple delimiters. So equal sign, TextSplit, open paren. Let's grab this one, comma, column delimiter. Okay, we're going to enclose the column delimiter options in a curly bracket because it's going to tell the formula you're going to have multiple delimiters. So there we go. Then quotes. We'll put comma, space, quote, comma. Now we're going to enter the second delimiter. In this case, it's going to be a space. Space, comma. Now we're going to, oops, sorry, you're going to remove that comma, and you're going to close the curly brackets. And then comma, row delimiter, we're going to leave that blank. Ignore empty cells. And then close. So it's pretty efficient. There are, of course, other options in splitting a column. You can use the menus and other formulas, but this is more intuitive and you'll be able to embed it into other formulas without, thinking too hard about it. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button. If you have any suggestions for future videos, please leave them in the comments below. I do take them seriously and I have made videos based on feedback. And hit the subscription button because that really helps the channel out. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.